Hi everyone, welcome to Eyes Closed with Courage My Love!
Yo!
Thanks again for joining me a second time.
Yeah.
It's almost been a year, I think.
I know, almost on exactly on the day. Pretty crazy.
Awesome. So your new song, Remission. Tell me a little bit about like the circumstances of writing it. I know that you wrote with like a producer in Nashville, and kind of who contributed to the song and in what way. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sweet. Yeah. So it was a lady in Nashville named Sarah Emily Parrish and myself, and we just kind of started it. We got the bare bones going. We got all the lyrics and melodies and everything, and the whole concept. And it was just really great because she is an inspiration to work with, and it was one of those days where the song just kind of flows out, you know. You don't have to think too much or tinker too much with, you know, any little part of it. Those are my favorite, when the songs just kind of happen, you know. It feels really easy. Usually that means it's going to be a good song when that happens. So yeah, it was just one of those.
I agree, like when you don't have to force it and the song finds you. You know?
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Awesome. Really awesome. And you put out like a stripped down version on YouTube of Remission, which is super tight, man. I highly recommend watch it.
Thank you.
And and I noticed like there's 4 people instead of 3, of course. So, so you kind of changed up the instrumentals a little bit. Is that something that you like to incorporate maybe in your live sets or maybe on further future music?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't like thought about it too much, but for the stripped down thing, it was definitely good to have just an extra person playing guitar, because we didn't want to have like any tracks running. We just kind of wanted it to be really like live. So yeah, I mean, maybe in the future we'll think about adding someone. Right now it works really well, just the 3 of us, so it's kind of something we'd have to think about. But yeah, it's hard to like, and even like that was just my boyfriend playing guitar, you know. It's hard for the 3 of us to go outside of our bubble and trust anyone else in our little circle, in our little live circle. But it was fun getting to kind of switch it up and try some new things for the stripped down version. Yeah.
I'm really loving it. It's so chill, man. It's really, I really like sort of like the direction that you're going. I think you've always had that kind of vibe when you did covers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love how you're kind of implementing that now in original.
Thank you.
Nice one. And so speaking more lyrically, I read that Remission is sort of about like healing from past hurts and stuff. And I was wondering how it relates lyrically to the themes that you address in synesthesia. Yeah,
you got it, girl.
Because holy hell, I never even had an issue with that
It's
word.
our fault for picking that name. Sorry.
Synesthesia, I think is more, it's pretty emotional, and also like about heartbreak, you know. And I think with Remission, it's sort of a different perspective. So I was wondering if it's like a prologue to synesthesia or like an epilogue or a new chapter.
I'm so glad you put so much thought into it, which is great. Like, I think it's an epilogue because it just is about healing, you know. And when we wrote synesthesia, all 3 of us were going through some real rough times. The studio process was super difficult. The writing process was really difficult. Our personal lives were really like kind of down in the dumps. And then, you know, the writing of Remission is almost like the sequel, you know, where some time has passed. We're doing a lot better now. We're a lot more confident, not only as just individual people, but in our songwriting abilities and performance abilities and stuff like that. So I think, it's just sort of the natural evolution of how your heart heals after going through some rough times. And that's why we called it Remission, because we can never just write like a straight up happy song. It always has to have a little bit of like the sad in there. But it is about healing and just sort of moving on, and how, how you kind of don't always feel like it's possible, but then it just kind of naturally happens whether you plan for it to happen or not. So yeah.
And the video reflects that. Can we just for the record, who's the ghost?
The ghost is actually my boyfriend. So he's the secret star in a lot of these things. But he's literally the only person who would probably be down to do that, because the ghost costume had no eyes or eye holes or anything.
I never noticed.
Yeah, and it's layers upon layers of sheets. So it's to get it to drape that way and to look more ghost-like and not just like a literal just sheet hanging there. We had to do a bunch of layers, so it was super hot under all those layers. And he was blind for the whole day basically when he was under there. So yeah, he basically just had to play the girlfriend card and be like, hey, will you do this video, please?
It worked out.
Yeah, it did work out.
Good for you. I'm sure that you're aware of the Twitter account, Remission Ghost.
I am.
Is it an inside job? Who's behind it?
It's the ghost.
It's supernatural, paranormal activity. I can't disclose any of it right now. So yeah, I can't say.
Fine. We'll find out. Maybe in the next video or something.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see if he comes back.
He's reading Play Ghost now.
Yeah, so you caught that.
So jokes. I have to give credit to the YouTube people because they pointed out in the comments.
True.
Like, lol.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe next time we'll be on Twitter.
Yeah.
And like tweeting from the
ghost
account.
Yeah.
Like, sketchy.
True, we should actually find that, because we basically just made the magazine cover for Play Ghost. We were just like, oh, no one's going to see that, but it's still really funny. But we should find that and just, like, put it out, at our merch store or something.
Oh, yeah.
Just make a magazine. That would be sick.
That would be really sick.
It's like the cheese goblin.
Yeah, Cheddar Goblin.
Excuse me?
Have you seen
Elaborate?
the movie Mandy? Highly recommend that you check it out. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And there's a little Easter egg in that movie too called the Cheddar Goblin, and he also has a Twitter account, believe it or not. So, yeah.
Whoa. Alright, we'll look into it. So kind of leading into that, if you were to make sort of like a fan account of anything, anyone, like what would you pick? What would like the joke?
Ooh.
Oh my god.
You're good at that.
Me? Dude. Let me think here. I mean, see, I've been obsessed with that conspiracy theory about Avril Lavigne for like a while.
I've asked
So,
that in an interview.
yeah.
I'm like, are you crazy?
No, Michelle, man, I don't know. Like, I feel like that could be a really funny account if it was like
The real Avril.
the real Avril. Yeah, but yeah.
Man, the Berenstain Bears thing.
Oh my god. Have you heard of that? The Mandela effect?
No.
Yo,
Mandela,
explain.
tell me more.
It's like, okay, do you know the Berenstain Bears? It's like a children's book.
There's a bunch
Depends
of
how old you are.
Yeah.
But it was like, people remember it spelt a certain way from being a child.
Yeah.
And then nowadays it's spelt completely different, and it's just like really mind-blowing, and it like ruined my life.
But is it a thing that you realize in retrospect, or
No.
you think they changed
It's
it?
an alternate
You think it's
universe,
conspiracy?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
I think it was like an alternate universe change.
Yeah.
Like, something
Like-
switched over, because it's not just the Berenstain Bears.
It's
like
so many
a
other
list
things.
Like,
of
okay, let
different
me ask you
things.
right now, does Curious George have a tail, or does he not have a tail?
I don't know the character.
You don't know Curious George?
I read German children's
Oh my
books.
god. Okay, I'm
Very
sorry.
cultural reference that I don't
Got
get.
a little too worked
Just
up
look
there.
it up
Yeah.
online. It's definitely a late night
Mandela
binge
effect?
thing. Mandela effect.
Nelson Mandela. Yeah, it's the late night binge thing. It will blow your mind. You're gonna want to call your mom after you read it. Like, it's creepy. It's definitely creepy.
Okay. You piqued my interest. All right. Wow, that's such an interesting conversation.
We went on such a tangent.
We went there.
Going on this thing.
I'm gonna do like two or three more questions, and then I'm gonna get back.
Okay.
Maybe off camera. So you mentioned that every tour you have a theme song for that tour.
Oh yeah.
What is this tour's?
Oh, we've been
Yo,
slacking this tour.
no, but we do. Remember, you're the one who's like, maybe that's the theme
Oh,
song.
that's true.
Oh, what song was it? It was like a it's like what you said, like the song just finds you. So this tour, there's been so many songs.
Oh my god, we suck.
We have one though. I'm blanking on it right now. The tour song.
Fully kept singing at karaoke.
Oh yeah, that is it. That's
that
the
the
one.
one?
Yellow. But no, is it Yellow? Fix You by Coldplay.
yeah.
That is the tour song. Thank you. Yes.
That's a very like unexpected one. Like
I
I
know.
would have thought a more contemporary one.
So basically, you never know like what the tour song is going to be. We've been all over the map in terms of tour songs, but this one came about because there's been 2 different karaoke nights on this tour, and Foley from As It Is always requests that song, and the whole tour package goes up and sings it, and just like literally just screaming it like into the mic.
Of course, yeah.
It's the most funny thing, just like grown men like bellowing "Fix You" at the top of their lungs. Like it's the best thing.
Emotional.
Yeah.
So emotional.
It's like
Tears are shed.
They're probably like, oh, it's just a joke, but really like.
Yeah, guys,
they're
it's
feeling
totally
it.
just a joke.
You know they're feeling
Yeah,
it.
you know they're feeling it.
You can't give that kind of performance without
No.
feeling it.
I agree.
It's from the heart.
I agree. That's like the truth comes to light. And so you guys, I don't know if you can keep track of it, but you're technically approaching 10 years as a band next year.
Close, because 2011, I guess, officially is like the first release of music, so we're almost there.
I mean, I was wondering how you would plan on celebrating that. Like if you were to come up with like a way
What was your
celebrate it.
band called before this?
Oh my
Your
God.
MySpace band.
I
What was
can't
it?
disclose that.
Just in case the MySpace page is still there.
It might still be there, so I can't have people looking it up. I think I personally would love to do, even if it's just a really, short tour where we do our first EP. I think that would be really nice for the fans and stuff. It'd be fun for us to learn it again and just, I know it's very different from what we're playing now, but we still gotta appreciate where we came from.
Yeah.
And, that EP does have a lot of great memories for us as a band, and I would love to do that, just do a set where it's like all of those songs and then maybe we throw in some new ones at the end or
Yeah.
something. But
Of course, it's the nostalgia.
yeah,
You know?
I do feel like there are a lot of people out there who would appreciate that, and it would just be good vibes. I think it would just be really fun. Yeah. I'd have to start taking some drum lessons though, because those parts, I don't know if I have it in me anymore, dude. I'm old now, like I don't freaking know. I don't know if I can play that. A lot of double kick parts.
Awesome. Well, last question. Last night of tour. How are you planning on partying?
I mean, we're in London, so, there's always stuff to do. Saturday night in London at a venue that it's like, we've always wanted to play this venue, and it's pretty amazing. I don't know, we're going to definitely, celebrate all the bands tonight, because I think, as much as it's a big deal for us to be here, Fiona and I were talking about it earlier, and it's about As It Is tonight. It's their biggest headline show they've ever played. It's in basically their hometown, it's like really close to their hometown, and it's just gonna be a really sick night. So we're just like really happy that we get to help celebrate their album and like the last day of their tour, and like they're pretty proud of them. They killed it, and like this is like really a big deal for them, so it's pretty sweet. We might just all sing "Fix You" at a bar somewhere.
Mandatory.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
This was
thank
really
you.
fun. I can't wait to see you rock the stage.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.